Alright, and we are back. For qualifying
Okay,
ended. We are back.
there we go. We're back. So some updates while the stream was down. Envy had a banger lap of 39.4, and as I speak, he improves to a 39.43. That's the fastest lap for the qualifying session. Now clear by a tenth over Mark Anthony. There's 2.5 minutes left in this qualifying session. Maybe we'll see another improvement, but yeah, we will see right now. Uh, I believe, yeah, Kuan's the next one to come across the line. No, sorry, he's on a new lap. No one's really doing any good sectors right now. Let's look at Light Murillo currently fourth. Red second sector, that could hamper his time a little bit, and he doesn't improve that time around. We're getting close to that final few seconds left in this qualifying session before we see the final lap times. Maybe there will be shocking lap times coming up. Who knows? There's only 100 seconds left.
All right, and we're about to enter the last few minutes of qualifying. MJ, who
Yeah,
do you
we'll go.
predict will win?
Uh, I believe it's going to be the ones where who qualified best, because I believe soft will be used a lot in the race. So if you have soft tire pace, then you should be fine. So I'm going for Envy again, or maybe Bacon. Who knows? Right now we have 1 minute left. Young was the latest one to improve his lap time. Now up to 11th place with a 39.87. Will there be any more improvements? Play game shows 10th fastest. That is a 39.8 flat, so 39.81. There's going to be, these are the final lap times here. Envy is just coming through sector 2, coming to sector 3. I think he will make it. Bacon has improved his lap time, but not enough to jump any higher. He'll stay third with a 39.539. That's his qualifying session over. Will there be any more shots? Will there be any more improvements coming our way? We've got 15 seconds left. Most of the frontrunners are already on their final laps. Mark Anthony with the green sector 1. Red sector 2, that's not going too well for him. Envy has a red sector 1. Enzo, the green sector 1. Envy, quit that final lap. Mark Anthony, can he get even closer? Yes, he has gotten closer, in fact, but not enough. It's a 39.48 for Mark Anthony. It's not going to be enough. Envy is on pole unless a shocker lap comes from the last few drivers to come across the line. That will be the first man kissing as well. As they come across the line, yet no improvements whatsoever. Mian's the last car to go through. That is qualifying over. Envy will be on pole position with a 39.436. Impressive qualifying. What can you say about this one, Jason? Do you think that there will be a different order once we go to the race? Will there be anyone whose race pace is better than quali pace? I'd say
I
Clayton's would be further up the road than where he is.
I think there should be a difference. I would usually say Mark Anthony would be ahead because he's known for really good qualifying from in the past and now, and hopefully he's gonna get the win to widen the gap between him and Andy.
Yeah, I can see that happening as well. But here we go then, and we're lights out. Away we go now for the Constantina race. Andy leads us down towards turn one. The downhill braking zone, very tricky indeed. As nothing of note happens right now, Andy still leads this one. Got a better line than Mark Anthony through that left right. Purple perspective from Mian in this first lap of the race. Andy is trying to pull away already 5 tenths of a second ahead. But let's look at the tire strategies. Envy is the only one on the hard tires in the top 12. Man 15 down there, now up to 12 actually. It's also on the hard tires. Everyone else is on the medium. That gives us a bit of variability for the strategy. I thought everyone would go for the favored medium, or medium soft strategy. But I guess not. Envy is going for the hard tires, so is Man 15. Let's see how will that work out come the end of 59 laps.
I hope I have a prediction that may be a little bit controversial. Okay, first up, I will predict that uh that whoever pits early is gonna get the earlier or a better advantage in this.
Yeah,
And I would
maybe.
say I would say you start with mediums before you go to hards. Hards, you're playing the long game. Medium, you're playing the short game and switching tires in the process.
Yeah, I can see why that would happen. Envy was a slightly bit offline after the hairpin. That's gonna gain Slat Ice and Code Bacon a bit of impetus and a bit of time gained through that back straight to the final corner. Now it's a slip train as it is. The top five still not really gapping away. The biggest gap we've seen so far is Carson to Play Games in 6th and 7th place. That's a 7/10 gap. And I think that's just where that train is going to break up. We'll see a bit more as we run down these laps. Further down the grid, the pack seems to still be a bit close. Man 15, obviously in the hard side, he will be slower. He's fallen down a little bit, around 1 second now behind Kuhan. Meanwhile, Enzo behind him as well, over a second back as well. That's the tail end of the 16-car grid. But
Oh
at the
yeah,
moment,
I forgot to mention.
yes,
Welcome back, Slarais, to Division One,
oh yeah,
former contender for the championship back at season 4. But then what during season 5, Indonesian internet just sabotages the chances.
yes. Last night, we all know he's a very fast driver. We've seen him win here in Division One a load of times as well. I believe, notably, one of his race wins came from Constantina, but I'm not sure if that's correct. I believe that was season 5, Constantina Long. I'm not sure, but yeah, Slava is a very good racing driver when it comes to P1. But right now, he's surrounded by also very good company. Andy is Code Bacon, Slight Murillo, right there as well. Mark Anthony seems to be falling a tiny bit behind these top 4, and Play Games following behind as well. Mark Anthony seems to have done a mistake. Play Games now up to 5th, 7/10 behind that lead 4. But right now, that
It,
top 2, Play Games and Mark Anthony, oh sorry, 5th and 6th, Play Games and Mark Anthony, they're in that middle, yeah, in that midfield a little bit. Because Karsten and Mian are a bit further back. They can catch up and make it a 6-way fight. Anything to get out there,
and
Jason?
fun fact, looks like Mark Anthony isn't really perform. Has had a start to forget. He pretty much is in P5 right now, which is really under the expectations or like the predictions I made for him. And in Constantina, another fun fact is because the laps are so short, one slightly heavy mistake can result you in getting lapped really fast.
Yeah, especially from the tail end of the grid. Once we hit, we might be getting blue flags and getting slowed down. That's going to be a concern for those at the back, especially Enzo, Manchester, and Kuhan. They're the tail end of this one. But right now, there seems to be a 6-way fight for the lead. And this is going to be typical FRL race. Top 6, top 5 uh, runs away from the rest of the pack, and then one by one they start falling off with mistakes. until we're left with like at least 2 or 3, maybe a runaway winner from the end of the race. But it's not like everyone in this top 6 is in the same strategy. I think Andy needs to pull something off that will put him further up the road than these guys come the end of lap 59. But right now, it's all relatively chill at the front. The top 6, 1.8 seconds ahead of the second group.
Oh,
which
Led Murillo made a corner cut, I believe.
Oh, has he made a corner cut? Yes, he's dropped
He,
down a
he
little
has
bit.
made a corner cut because it's not possible if he hadn't made a corner cut that Andy and Bacons is catching up to him.
Yep, it's
Which
still
in
very
theory it's a possible
close.
corner cut.
Very close at the top 6. 3 tenths separating the top 6. It's Code Bacon, the former D2 champion, leads this race by absolutely nothing. Now, Light Murillo back into the lead of this race.
Oh wait,
Just walking around every corner.
Bacones has corner cut it in a corner before. Now he's from P1 to other P6.
Yep, it's Code Bacon has made a mistake. He's falling off a little bit, but I think he's still in the slipstream. He is in slipstream,
And
so he's gonna be
and
fine.
the old man named Enzo Boy 3 has retired from the race and should be back next race if he's not in a retirement home by now.
So Enzo has retired. First DNF of the race. There's gonna be 15 people left. I don't think that's gonna change up the results a lot, considering Enzo was in the tail end of the grid anyway. But now
Yeah.
we focus on that top 6 battle. Bacon has fallen off slightly. He was 1 second back, and now he's gonna gain like all that
Bacon's
time the slipstream.
I pretty much I saw
Oh,
Bacon's
Andy
had a
wide.
corner cut.
Andy was wide there through that very tricky turn 1, turn 2 corners, and now he's dropped that little bit. Maybe it's these corners that will make the difference come the end of this race. Who knows? Maybe a massive corner cut through the hairpin is going to be the detriment, the turning point for this race. We will not know until lap 59. But Bacon is trailing back. He's getting closer due to that slipstream. He's 1.7 seconds safely ahead of Carsten, who's in 7th place. He's kind of in a spot of nowhere. He's in no man's land right there. 1.7 ahead of Bacon, behind Bacon, and then 1.4 ahead of Mian. So, and Bacon, I think, has made a mistake again. I think
the
Bacon
dangers
has made
if
a mistake.
Bacon's heavily corner cuts in the next round is Bacon's will have a slight slipstream, but it's gonna give Carson one heck of an opportunity to catch up to the top 6.
Yeah, Carson's gonna get pulled slightly by that slipstream. It's not gonna be that strong, but maybe it can just help him. Bacon is coming back closer. He's getting closer now. 1 second again is the gap. I hope he doesn't do any more mistakes. That's gonna put Carson closer to him. Very unfortunate if he does, but this top 5 still looking quite close, quite inseparable. But as I say that, Mark Anthony now pulls a 4 tenth gap. Is this
Mark Anthony dug up?
Is this Tyler at play? Is this the top 5, the others of the top 5 struggling, or maybe that's just a gap that's going to fall down once again once the slipstream comes. Here we go through turn 1 again. Andy goes wide, and he's gone wide again, but he still kept it clean. That's very good. Because once you go wide in that fast section, you have a great chance of going very further wide, and that's Andy was able to not do that, and by that he's not going to lose any more time. But
Mark Anthony
now half a second.
Mark Anthony is just being Mark Anthony. He's just creating a wide gap between him and Andy and Play Games. Also, Play Games is a is the surprise driver of the day. He's currently in front, fighting against 2 giants in FRL. One, an old dinosaur racing from season 1, and the other guy, the guy who's well known for really bossing it in quali, but then falling down like a tower of Jenga bricks in the middle of the bloody race.
So right now, Light Novillo's fallen off a little bit now. Xcode Bacon has caught up to him, but they're still in that slipstream now. 2.6 seconds. They've gapped massively the next group, that is Carson and Sebastian Coteau. But right now, we are nearing the pit stop cycle, especially those mediums. I believe they're gonna last around 25 laps, I believe. So who are we gonna see hit first? We're not so sure if the undercut's gonna work as well as on other tracks, just like in level, because
I think the undercut is gonna work because this is a really short track. The average time a D1 driver can go around this is under, I think, 40 seconds or under 41 seconds.
yep. But that's why the undercut might not work, because it's such a short track. But as I say about hitting, Kuhan Gizmo is the first driver to hit way down in 15th place. He goes for the hard tires. I don't think he's gonna get caught by the lead pack. Yes, he is. He's not gonna be caught by the lead pack, but he's certainly close to that lead pack on the end of the straight as well. And something to note here: Slat Ice. Oh, Slat Ice has disconnected. Flat Ice has disconnected. He's frozen in turn 2. Maybe we'll see what happened before, where he Play Games froze but actually came back to the race. But that's just frozen in turn 2. I don't know what. I don't know if that's the end of his race. Maybe he's gonna be able to come back. Who knows? But right
There's
now,
a possibility. There's a possibility that Slat comes back.
Yeah, there is a possibility of that happening. We've seen that with Play Games this season.
As
But
long
right now, no
as
sign of that.
yeah, it's really hard to say that Slat is gonna come back, but as long during his runs, as understandable back when Play Games was doing it, it would essentially divides the world into two. One where the driver's just moving around while everyone is disconnected, or two, essentially the guy will just disconnects.
Yeah.
And additionally, Kuhan is technically in danger of being lapped. It's not looking good for him. There's a possibility that in the next 10 laps, that he will be facing a blue flag.
Dust Dizzle has to the first of the medium drivers that are in that top 12 to pit. Maybe he's trying to undercut someone. We didn't really see where he was. I think he was around 10th or 11th. But Dust Dizzle comes into the pit. He's going to be comfortably ahead of Kuhan. But where has he gone now? Up to the hard tires. Okay, hard tires as well for Dust. So it looks like medium hard is the strategy to go. A lot of discussions were talking about soft medium or soft medium, and now another person hit that. Ben like Thomas. He's coming into the
like
pit.
Thomas.
Is he going for the hard tires as well?
Will Dust make it to the exit of the pits to undercut Ben?
He's gone medium.
Will Dust make it? And Dust passes through Ben while he exits the pit lane.
So that's undercut at play, I believe. And then Play Games, the leader, one of the top 6 earlier, comes into the pit first of that top 6 to come in. What side did he go on? He's on medium. Interesting. There's a 2-stop at play. I thought we were going to see medium hard, maybe. Signature strategy of old FRL, I believe, season 5. But I guess we're going medium. Are they gonna go soft? Are they gonna go hard? I believe it's going to be soft because it's too long. Sorry, too short to be a hard tire stint afterwards. But some of those on the hard tires, are they planning on one stop? I wonder. That's gonna be something to look out for. Meanwhile, back into the lead, we haven't really focused much on the lead. It's now just a two-man battle between Andy and Mark Anthony. Bacon's like
But
Gorilla, they've fallen off quite a bit.
but I think that fate is gonna change once Andy or Mark Anthony pits, as it will give enough time for the other drivers to catch up to them. But yet again, if they pit, then it's gonna go back to the two-way battle. So there's many possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities. This can go either their way or Andy and Mark's way, or essentially Light Murillo's or Bacon's way. And we haven't returned to Slat Ice, whose car is stuck in the middle.
Yeah, he's still there.
I think
That's
that
7 laps down.
I think Salty Ice needs to refund his Indonesian internet
Oh,
because it's costing him races.
We've missed this. Light Murillo has fitted, so has Young and Gio. They've gone to different strategies. Light Murillo goes for the soft tires. Gio also for the soft. Young goes for the medium tires. I didn't expect the softs to be coming this early in the race. Maybe they're going for the medium soft strategy. That's also a viable one. And now third, fourth, fifth, and sixth all coming to the pit. Bacon, Sebastian Cato, Mian, and Carson, all in the mediums. What would you change to? All of them changed to the soft tires. That's interesting.
And will Light
But there's
Murillo
gonna be
undercut them all?
there's going to be three strategies at play. One the medium soft soft, one second one medium soft, I believe, and a medium hard strategy. I don't know which one's gonna win, but I believe it could be the medium soft soft. Obviously, it's much faster. But now Mark Anthony comes into the pit, second place, the one who's been keeping up with Envy for so long. How will he do with his pit stop? Does he make a mistake? No, perfect pit stop there from Mark Anthony. So where does he come? He's going to be behind Play Games, so Play Games now up to second. Light Murillo's not gonna catch him, just barely not gonna catch him. So Play Games now, with that earlier stop, has put himself 2 seconds ahead. No, sorry, 3 seconds ahead of Mark Anthony, and he's catching Andy quite quickly.
Has Andy pitted already?
No, he has not pitted yet because he's on the hard tires. But we need to take note of this. Mark Anthony, Light Murillo, everyone in that top 8, apart from Play Games, are on soft tires. At least those ones who pitted. Envy has not pitted yet, as we said. He's really playing that long game here. But right now, the gap seems to be closing between Play Games and Mark Anthony. That's to be expected with the different tire compounds. We'll be taking a close look on Envy if he comes in this lap. Is he coming in? No, he's not coming in this lap. So, purple first sector actually, for Mian, this is a massive attempt for the fastest lap. He's got slipstream from Carson, he can do it. He's also on that soft tires, mind you, so it's gonna be easy to get that fast lap. As we say that Mark Anthony gets the fast lap, 39.7, but Mian's gonna smash that, I believe. Yes, he does. 39.579. That's your fast lap of the race. If someone goes to stop very late, maybe they can challenge that. But for now, everyone's focused on the race, not the fast lap. Man Piston comes into the pit.
Andy is coming into the pit.
Yep, Andy as well has come into the pit. That's our leader coming into the pit. First pit stop for Andy. So does he come out? He's going to be swallowed up by the pack. Play Games leads this race, but I don't think he's going to be leading it for not for long.
And Light Murillo is your fastest lap of the day.
Light Murillo, what a sector 3 that is. He's now taken the fastest lap of the race. Play Games' lead is not going to be long-lived. Mark Anthony is just a second behind. Can he hold on though on those tires against the really fast Mark Anthony and Light Murillo? That's going to be a question that we will see the answer to in around 1 or 2 laps time. Andy is at the tail end of this group in 6th place, around 2 seconds back to Sebastian Coe. He's also gone for the softs, by the way, so is this a hard soft strategy from Andy? I believe that's how he's gonna do it, because I don't think the soft tires are gonna last from lap 31 onwards. So yeah, it's gonna be a hard soft stop for Andy. Will that work though? We have no clue. We're gonna have the answer to that from the checkered flag. So now 8 tenths of a second between Mark Anthony and Play Games. They are catching very quickly these top two. They've gapped away at Code Bacons as well. Andy is on the foot for the fastest lap. He's caught up to Sebastian. He's gonna get a massive slipstream across the line. Is it? Yes, it is.
And
39,
Andy,
329. That's the fastest Constantina lap ever in this season, and that's an incredible lap. That beats his lap in practice as well of a 39.378. Incredible.
wait, MJ. Wait, if you actually realize that the two drivers in front are currently driving for Pedra SR 871, and understanding this could be the first ever 1-2 I think we seen in FRL if they make it to the checkered line together,
Yes. So,
which I think Havertz is gonna have a huge fiesta after. I mean Hazard.
now we're looking at fifth place battle. Let's look at the fifth place battle between Sebastian Coetzee and Andy. Andy, obviously, with the faster, fresher tires on the soft tires, he will get past Sebastian and its code rating quite quickly here. Can he catch that top three battling it out for the lead here? In lap number 34, a change of speed happens. Mark Murillo now leads between the top three. Mark Anthony has also got past Play Game. It's a 1-3 for the Serpedetta team. Serpedetta H71. The Play Games is gonna fall off a little bit with that medium tire. It's gonna be a straight shootout between Light Murillo and Mark Anthony for that top spot unless someone from the back, like Andy or Bacon, can catch up to them. I believe everyone's got a stop to go apart from Duck, Dizzle, and Tuan, the further end of the grid, because they've gone for the hard tires. So
I think
more
it's not a good
opportunity
idea for man lifting. Sorry if I cut you off, MJ, but I don't think it's a really good idea if Manbefting goes on softs. I know he has a lot of catching up to do, but I don't think this is gonna work for him as he's really behind in the grid. And would the preferred strategy be replacing your softs with a harder compound, as you're gonna have to like fight to or undercut a lot of drivers, which is a must. I think that's a really big mistake on Manbefting's end. And essentially, what this gives for Mogus is Andy trying to fight for the points while Man Bifting is just stuck at the back.
Yes. Okay, so Play Games has been dropped by the top two. And as I said earlier, Andy is a massive favorite, and he is right there. 1.8 seconds, he's caught up to the top three. He's gonna get past Play Games quite easily because obviously the tire compounds are massive. The difference is massive, that is. So he's gonna get up quickly, but can he catch like Murillo or Mark Anthony? Play Games is on slipstream. I think he might be able to get this. Uh, make this a three-way fight for the lead. Play Games can hold on, maybe a four-way fight for the lead. Don't discount its code Bacons as well, and Sebastian Coetzee. They're still in this, but we will see in a bit. Can Andy run away from Play Games, or will Play Games hold on to that spot as the soft tires start degrading faster? But
Andy looking at
Andy's very fast. 3 tenths
Andy's
now.
looking at
Play Games.
his Andy's looking at his opponents like a cheetah is looking at its prey, like like a lion is looking at its like deer, and essentially, like Mark Anthony, salivating and wishing that he is going to sleep with that championship in a couple of races. And I think Play Games Inter. Oh, I thought Play Games Internet was acting up again, but no.
Yep, Andy has gotten past Play Games. He's caught up as well to Light Murillo. It's a three-way fight from what everyone considers to be the best three in terms of outright pace. Mark Anthony, Light Murillo, and Andy. It's 1 second between the top three. Play Games getting slipstream from Andy as well, trying to hold on there. I believe now there's going to be only 4 contenders for this one. Who's it going to be come 20 laps time? That's what everyone's wondering about.
And Gohan Gizmo is gonna be lapped in a couple of laps if the front runners aren't gonna go and pit.
Yeah, I think Kuan's gonna get
And
lapped.
yeah,
Andy,
Gohan is gonna be lapped.
Andy has gotten past Light Murillo.
Ooh,
He is
man 15 is
charging.
out. Man 15 is out. I repeat, man 15 is out.
Man 15 has retired from this race. They have 13 drivers left. It's only Kuan that's not gonna score points. As it
Man
stands.
15 is going home from Constantina, just like the Filipino ladies team that are gonna go home after Norway tomorrow. And I have roasted MJ.
As we go on, then 5 tenths from Andy to Marky getting closer. 3 tenths. Light Murillo and Pagans are getting dropped.
Young losing a gap to Junior. This is not really the first time. This is really bad for Young, as now he's really sounding like Darth Vader after he lost his wife.
Ben has headed for soft tires. Is he going for a massive push to get 1 point? Maybe he will. Is he even gonna come out behind Kuhan? No. He's gonna come out just in front of Kuhan. That's 1 point secured for Ben. Can he get 13 points though? 13 seconds though? To death, I don't think he will, but it's Code Bacon, Sebastian Cato, Mian, they all come into the pit. That's their second stop. I'm almost certain they're gonna go for the soft tires. This time around, yes, they have gone for the soft tires. Dust has gone into the pit. I thought he was gonna do one stop, but I guess not. He's going for the soft tires as well. And yeah, that's the top. And the only drivers that have not hit it is the top 7 and Kuhan.
Gotta hold you right there, MJ. Did you call Gio Junior?
Yes.
You realize Junior and Gio is two different people, right?
Yes. Okay. Anyway, Carson, Gio, and Young have come to the pit. The top 4 are the only ones that have not pitted yet. Messed up pit stop apparently for Carson and Gio. That's going to be detrimental to the end of the race.
Don't worry, Gio. Don't worry, Gio. MJ will happily give you a free. MJ will happily give you a free ticket to the Philippines because of the tiny mistake that he called you Junior.
Top 4 coming into the pits. Mark Anthony, Andy, Play Games, and Life Murillo. They're the last ones we've been waiting for. Kuan's right there as well. He's pitted. He's going to be a lap down by the end of this. Andy and Mark Anthony are side by side as they come out of the pit in the turn 1 and 2. They're going to catch Kuan. I hope Kuan moves out of the way quickly because this is a titanic fight between the top 2. Yes, he does move out of the way. They've gapped Play Game by 2 seconds. This is now the top 2 just going at it for 15 laps straight, and I hope you're going to enjoy this battle for that remaining time. I don't think anyone's going to be gapping this. The top 2 is just going to be so close. The next 15 laps. Play Games is trying his best, his absolute best to get close. He is there. He's not gonna get slipstream from 2 seconds back. Maybe there is slipstream, but it's not gonna be powerful enough to pull him back. In fourth and fifth place, Sebastian Vettel, it's Code Bacon, and Light Murillo are battling for the fourth, fifth, and sixth position. This is good racing between fourth, fifth, and sixth. Sebastian Vettel is currently on top as it stands in the timing screen. Nothing separating them, but let's move on to further down the grid in seventh place. It's a massive gap from the top six to the rest of the field. Mian, 12 seconds back, running his own race in seventh. Karsten, eighth, 2 seconds back from Mian. Gio and Young are battling for ninth place, another 4 seconds back. Ben like Thomas in 11th, 6 seconds back. Thus Dizzle, 9 seconds back. He's going to be the next one to be lapped. Kuhan a lap down. Let's go back to the front of the field. Mark Anthony and Envy. Still nothing separating them. Envy is falling off slightly. Maybe it's his tactics to get slipstream on the front straight. I think that's the case. Like Norillo, Sebastian Gateau, and Pagans are still fighting, but Pagans have fallen off a little bit.
And fun fact for you, MJ. Kuhan has said that it's his first ever blue flag in his career, and well, I'm sorry to say, Kuhan, but you're not the first person to ever get lapped in a T1 race. That record officially goes to Jasper, who got lapped twice in season 5, which prompted a lot of problems after that. But knowing this, Kuhan, he's gonna come out of this like a champion. And Gio and Young are currently trying to have a negotiation of
Ninth place, yes.
yes, are currently have a negotiation of who's getting ninth place, which I think should be settled in the boxing field after the race, or could be settled now as we're entering 10 laps to go.
Let's move on to third place. Play Games and Light Murillo are fighting. The two Separatero boys are fighting for that podium place. Both of them pitted at the same lap, so there's not going to be any difference in the tires. Fifth and sixth as well, being fought by Isco Jacobs and Sebastian Vettel. Further 2 seconds back to the rest, to fourth place. I think that's going to be the battle that they're going to be fighting to the end of the race. There's a massive gap from him to Mian, Sebastian Vettel to Mian. That's 9 seconds, so they can just safely fall back if they don't want to fight anymore. But I don't think they're gonna leave it at that. And we now lead this race 0.2 seconds again between the top two. 3 seconds now to play game. Light Murillo is 6 tenths behind him. It seems that Light Murillo is dropping off a little bit to his teammate. Sebastian Vettel leads this battle again from 8 Code Bacon. As now we look back to the fight at the front of the field. Mark Anthony leads this race again. Nothing separating the top two. It looks like it's going to be like this to the end of the race. I hope it will be. I hope we get a close race. But as I say that, Mark Anthony, I think, has made a mistake. He's gone very wide off the final corner. Now that's dropped in 4 tenths. But it's completely fine. He's just... Oh, he's gone wide. He's gone massively wide.
That's bad for Mark.
He's gonna be still in fifth, so I think it's gonna be fine. But that's a massive mistake that we don't want to happen again, because he's gonna get dropped out of the system if he does that again. And there's a little bit of time to breathe here, cool down and go for it again. And it's last 8 laps, 8 tenths left between the top two. Play Games and Light Murillo, round number 3, round number 4, I don't know. It's still a close battle between the Serpentero boys for that podium place. And no
Or
one's giving up a
essentially,
teeny tiny bit. Sebastian Vettel and Isco Bacon are battling for 5th place. We've seen that, as I say that Bacon has corner cut and Sebastian Vettel is free to roam in that 5th position. Bacon is down to 6th. But right now, Andy leads by a 6 tenth gap. He moves back to that top two. It's looking like Andy could be safe with a 7 tenth gap. Let's look at other battles further down the road. Young versus Ben. Oh, it's a three-way fight for ninth place. Young, Ben, and Gio battling for that ninth position. I believe all of them are on the same card. Yes, they are on the same card. So card, 22 seconds off the lead. They're not going to be lapped anytime soon, but this battle is looking mighty close. And as I say that, Ben goes wide, and that's a massive mistake again. Gio goes up into 10th. Young has to hold on to this. Right behind them is Kuhan, who's a lap down, so we don't really need to. He's
It's
not
a
really
battle.
important in this battle. But Young is trying to gap from Gio and Ben. Ben's falling off a little bit, yet he's dropping massively. Now 8 tenths behind, 1
It's
second
5 laps to
Gio.
go, MJ.
Yes, 5 laps to go. Andy has
5 laps
got
to
a
go.
1 second gap now to Mark Anthony, as I was talking about other battles. It seems he's got his win completely safe now in his last, but who knows? He's got 5 laps to go. Maybe a mistake could happen. Unfortunately for unfortunate for him if that happens. But we move now to third place. Play game has got a 6 tenth gap to Light Novilla. We'll keep monitoring that as the last 5 laps tick down. Sebastian Coetzee has kept that 1 second gap from Itzo Bacon to the battle for 5th place. Good result for this team, with a better result for Serpedera up ahead. Serpedera H71, that 3rd and 4th place battle. 7th place is starting to heat up a little bit. Lian and Carsten are battling for that 7th position. Is Carsten gonna catch up to him with the 4 laps to go? Maybe we will see come the end of the race. Andy is still a second ahead of Mark Anthony. Team safe, so we will look out for any
3 laps to
more
go.
happening.
3 laps to go. I think Andy has the win already in his seat, as he's pretty much over a second gap more than Mark, or unless some crazy or divine intervention, some crazy shenanigans happen to his internet, or the Serbians that are waiting outside his house shut down the
3
wires
laps to
to
go.
his house.
We've got 3 laps to go. Still 1 second between Andy and Mark.
It's 2
Third
laps
place,
to go.
still super close. Super close between Clayton and Light Novillo. There's no gap. There's no gap to that one. Maybe it's gonna come down to the start finish straight on the final lap. We will see. Sebastian Coetzee has lost that 1 second gap with Coach Bacon. Bacon is gonna get 5th place here as we start the penultimate lap. Andy now into turn 1, still keeping that gap, but it's slowly dropping a little bit. It was 1 second earlier. It's now down to 9/8 of a second. Maybe that's because of the slipstream.
I think it's too late for it, MJ. I think it's already too late. It's impossible for Mayan, if both drivers are doing as consistent as they are, to actually like beat each other at this point of the race. And we're entering the last lap.
White flag
And
here in Constantina.
we're
Andy
white
is
flag
7
in
tenths.
Constantina short. Brought to you by
5 tenths now between Mark
the
Anthony and
Marcos
Andy.
Jr. administration.
Andy is 6 tenths up on Mark Anthony. It seems that this win is safe, but one mistake could give this away to Mark Anthony. As we go now to the backstretch, 1 more quarter to go, 1 more braking zone to negotiate before he takes his win. Andy is now 4 tenths, 3 tenths. There's 1 corner to go. He negotiates it very, very well. 3 tenths. And that's going to be Andy's win. The winner here in Constantina is Andy. Great race from both Play Games is gonna get ahead of Light Murillo for third. Torpedera Boys have done a very good job. Sebastian Cousteau takes fifth. Itco Bacon takes sixth. As we now follow the cards for seventh place, it's tight battle. Carson's gonna get seventh by 300th of a second. Theo's gonna get ninth place ahead
And
of Young
Ben
by
is just
2 tenths.
taking the piss. Oh wait,
Ben
no. Actually,
goes into the
Ben,
pit.
what are you doing, Ben?
Ben's
Ben, what
going
are you
into the
doing, man?
pit for 11th place. Dust is 12th. Kuhan finishes
And
in
Gohan
13th.
and Gohan is
No
just
play.
slowing down, waiting in the pits.
Great race from the top two, Andy and Mark Anthony. Very,
Great
very
race.
good race. So
Good
we
to
will see you guys again on the next race of the FLL calendar. Great job from Andy and Mark Anthony Play Games where Serpadata will get that podium place. We will see you guys on the next race
on the next
for
race.
FLL 1 and next race as well for this particular race weekend, FLL Division 2 West. That will be in around 3 hours time. So we hope you will be there for our stream. Thank you very much everyone for watching. This has been MJRB5 and commentating with me has been it's Jason. And
Thank
we'll
you.
see you guys again.
See you soon.